Thank you for tuning in to MacroView Television. This is the Taiwan Outlook, and I'm your host, Wu Ruiguo. Since becoming the host of the Taiwan Outlook some 1 year ago, I've had the pleasure of interviewing some very important and special guests, including government officials, scholars, and also people from different walks of life in Taiwan. It's not very often that we get on the program 3 U.S. presidential scholars as our special guests, and that is the case for today's program. Let me first introduce them to the viewers at home. First, starting with my left, Kevin Chen.
I'm Kevin Cheng. I'm from Kokomo, Indiana, and I'll study biochemistry at Indiana University.
Okay, and in the middle is Miss Faye Chen.
Hi, I'm Faye Cheng. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm going into my second year at university. I'm studying management and finance at the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I was telling Faye before we started the program that you're going to come back an investment banker. And then to my far left is Brian Chen.
Hi, my name is Brian Chen.
Yes.
I'm from Morgantown, West Virginia, and I'll be a freshman at Princeton next year.
I understand that this is not your first time to Taiwan, by no means, but you guys all here on the tour.
Yes.
And can you tell us a little bit about the purpose of the camp or the tour that all 3 of you are part of?
I think the Taiwanese government funded this camp because they wanted expatriates to experience more of the culture of Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I know I've been exposed to more American culture.
Of course.
Because,
Were you born in the States?
I was born in Kokomo, Indiana.
Okay,
yes.
good.
I've lived there my entire life.
But I suppose you've come back to Taiwan before?
Yes, this will be my 4th time.
Okay, you still have some family here?
Yeah, right. All my extended relatives live here.
Good. All right. And how about you, Faye?
I think this trip is a great opportunity for all of us to meet other outstanding youth who are expatriates from Taiwan but live all across the country. I think 13 nations are represented. Good. And this is not my first time back in Taiwan. I come back every other year ever since I've been born. But I've definitely seen more places in Taiwan on this trip than any other.
Good. And also you have a taste of a wide variety of foods in Taiwan. We'll talk about that later. How about you, Brian?
Yes, I was back here 3 years ago, but this is definitely the most fun I've ever had in Taiwan.
In terms of? In
terms of making friends, learning new cultural aspects of Taiwan, and just basically touring the island. Yeah, I think this program was so good in introducing us to not only people from expatriates from overseas, but also Taiwanese students here. Okay. Which is all right, very fun.
Okay. I'm going to start off with another question that before we go any further regarding the camp, the tour itself. I'm going to ask Faye that all 3 of you are U.S. presidential scholars. Can you tell us a little bit about what the U.S. presidential scholar is and what does the program represent? Do you actually get to see the president, and what kind of honor is bestowed on you by receiving the award?
Right. So the Presidential Scholars Program is a way to honor high school students in the United States.
Good.
And the first part of the application process is purely objective. Mm-hmm. It's standardized test scores alone. So all of the scores in every state are ranked from beginning from the highest, and a cutoff is set in each state, and all the students above that cutoff are eligible to apply. Mm-hmm. From these students, they write 5 essays, and these are all sent to the White House. The White House then chooses semifinalists, and then a separate commission chooses the finalists. And there is at least 1 boy and 1 girl from every state that's represented, and there are also art scholars.
Okay, so altogether it's about 100 plus every year, U.S. presidential scholars.
140.
140, okay. And you got the award this year or the year before?
I got the award the year before, so I was
2008.
able, so I was able to see President Bush.
Okay, good. And how about the 2 of you? Kevin and Brian?
We are both 2009 presidential scholars.
Good. Have you gone to the White House yet?
Oh, yes, we went to the White House.
And you saw President Obama?
Unfortunately, he was too busy.
He was too busy doing what? You guys are more important.
He was actually in a meeting on health care, which I suppose is important.
Yeah.
And we did get to meet Joe Biden.
Oh, okay, the vice president.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
All right. And you spent a whole day in D.C.?
We spent actually 5 days.
5 days in D.C. Yeah. What else did you see on the trip?
Basically, we toured government offices like the Department of State.
Of course.
And the Department of Agriculture.
Okay.
Several of these departments.
And many of the museums in D.C., I suppose.
We toured a few art museums too.
Smithsonian?
Yes,
Smithsonian.
Of course. Okay.
We also had the opportunity to do a community service project in the area, benefiting some of the homeless in the area.
Good. All right. This is very much of a community involvement program.
Yes.
But according to Faye, how she explained the program, it seems like a long process. And then it takes a lot of determination, and of course your records need to speak for themselves. And then can you, the two of you, Kevin and Brian, tell us a little bit about your experiences in terms of applying for the presidential scholar?
Well, it was about March, I think, that we got the letter that we were
Well, when did you start the process?
Oh,
the year before?
The process started when we took our ACTs and SATs, actually.
All right. So that was back in what, November 2008?
I took mine in October 2007, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you were only a junior in high school?
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing with you?
Same thing.
Okay. And so you started the process of the presidential scholar application in October of 2008?
Actually...
You get invited when they send you a letter.
Okay.
So I got mine near March, around March.
March of 2008?
March
or this year?
This year.
No, but this year is only...
oh, wait. Was it?
Yeah, it was March 2009.
Yeah.
Okay. But they notify you that would you be interested in applying?
Yes.
But you need to take the initiative, right?
Yes.
But so, and Faye also mentioned that you need to write 5 essays.
Right, 5 essays.
What did you write yours on?
The main essay I wrote on was... I wrote it on my grandfather and how he was able to...
He was first generation immigrant?
No, he was almost.
Okay.
He was able to push my family into America, though.
Okay, good. And you share a little experience on the family side.
Yep.
And how about the other 4?
The other 4, they were basically just essays about ourselves, what we like to do for fun. Okay. What were some of our extracurricular activities.
Okay. And how about you, Brian?
I actually wrote my essay about when I went to Taiwan 3 years ago.
Really?
Yes, and some experiences I had there and what I learned.
But I suppose, a very interesting angle for these committee members will be that all 3 of you are sort of, byproduct of 2 different cultures.
Yes.
Chinese and also American culture. Did you guys put a lot of, thoughts into maybe writing an essay on that aspect of your maturation and growing up process?
Well, I thought it'd actually be kind of cheesy.
Oh, really?
It'd be kind of cliched, maybe.
Okay, but depending on the angle you take, okay,
right.
Everybody's experience is different. How about you, Faye?
So for my essay, I actually wrote about one of the extracurricular activities that I was involved in.
Which was?
It's called Read to Lead, and I was paired with a girl who started off in 1st grade when I first began working with her, but I worked with her for all 4 years of high school, and she was actually adopted from China, and so I was able to help her with the culture and teach her a little bit about it. But basically, through the program, I worked with her once each week, and I read with her for an hour and just basically bonded with her. Even though she came from a very strong family background, she didn't have an older sibling to look up to, so I tried to provide that for her as well as bring her in touch with her original culture.
Okay, good. That sounds very interesting, very rewarding, I suppose, for you.
Definitely.
Yes. For the remainder of this, segment, I'm going to ask you, for those of viewers that are watching our program at home, they may be thinking of applying for the presidential scholars. But first, of course, they got to get invited, get notified. But what would be your word of advice to them in terms of the application process? I'm going to start with Faye.
My word of advice would definitely just be honest, because it shows when you have passion about something, and you really truly have to write about something that you do care about, not something that sounds nice or what you think it is that they're looking for, because what they're really just looking for is to see that you care about something, and through that to learn more about you as a person.
Okay, Brian, you look like you're ready.
I would just say study hard and stay in your activities and try to get as well-rounded as possible. But when you write your essays, just show your character as much as you can, because they want to see that you're both smart and you have some character in you.
Okay, good. And last, certainly not least, Kevin?
I would just like to build on both of their answers. Just show your integrity.
That's a shortcut, Kevin.
Right. Show your integrity, show that you're a nice person, and of course, do community service, volunteer, and just be a well-rounded person.
Good. Thank you, the three of you, for a very comprehensive, explanation about the program. Certainly, we're very happy that you received the honor. Certainly not an easy process for the three of you, but I think that has benefited a lot of people who are interested in terms of applying in the future. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back to the Taiwan Outlook. We'll continue our conversation with three U.S. presidential scholars. We're going to ask them a little bit about their experience in Taiwan this time. We'll be back in 2 minutes.